Hey guys, happy Monday. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Today's Monday. Starting of a new week, new things, new thoughts. October is literally October is gone. Okay? October is literally gone already, friends. October is gone. So hey guys. So it's your girl coach Tanisha. So I am live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That is my goal, to go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to help you guys focus on your money. Let you guys, help you guys to think about what you're trying to do, moving forward, and some things that we all need to be focusing on, right? I like to talk about stuff that we didn't learn in school about money. Hey, Terry. The stuff that we did not learn in school, about money that could have made us, more, successful, could have made us more financially stable, could have helped us, propel and, become better, right? Unfortunately, school is just a way to create workers, have people working and working and working and working and working and working to death, right? So people can't even like retire, unfortunately, right? And we didn't learn certain things. So one of the things that I teach the children in schools is the cash flow quadrant. Okay, one of the things that I teach the kids in the school is called the cash flow quadrant. Okay, now what the cash flow quadrant is, the cash flow quadrant is a way for you to understand how money is made. Okay, there's only four ways in the whole entire planet that money is made. Only four ways, four, right? You either have a job, working for somebody. You either self-employed, working for yourself. You either own a business where you have employees, contractors, and staff, or you are an investor, meaning you having your money work for you. Now, with employees, of course, it's nothing wrong with a job, but if you stay at that job or you stay in that bracket just to make money one type of way, then you will never achieve any freedom. Because if you got to keep trading time for money, you will never really achieve any freedom, right? So with the right side of the quadrant is called the right side. Well, it's called the left side, where it's employee and self-employed. The right side is business and investors, right? So we want to get to the side of business and investors, right? We don't want to work our whole entire life and never achieve freedom. It's like, what's the point in working if we can never achieve any type of freedom, any type of peace, right? I mean, a lot of people are working right now and they're stressed out, right? Because of bills, they got this. Every time you turn around, something's coming up. This is why it's so important, friends, right, to get financially educated. It's so important to understand financial literacy. It's so important to, keep investing in yourself, whether it's money, whether it's time, right? Whether it's energy, we got to continue to invest in ourselves, friends, if we want to continue to get ahead. Unfortunately, things are getting worse right now, right? With this whole administration, and people can't get ahead. People can't get their paycheck, but they still got to go to work. People got negative, $10,000 in the bank. People got negative $300 in the bank. People up to here in debt. People can't pay their student loans. People can't pay their car notes. People can't pay their mortgages. Over 10 million people haven't paid their mortgage in 5 years. That's crazy, right? So we want to keep ourselves focused, guys, on what the true goal is. If we know that we need money, from the day we born to the day we die, and then we need money every day in between, why are we not putting ourselves in position to always have money? Right? I always ask people that, like, even when I do parent classes, right? I do parent workshops for the parents at the school, right? I always say, why are people not putting themselves in position to always have money? Right? Why are people struggling? Why are people, so behind? Why are people so full of debt? Right? Why people are full of stress because of money? Why people depressed and have anxiety, because of money, right? So again, friends, it boils down to financial literacy. And remember this, financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. We can't keep looking rich or Louis Vuitton, right? Driving Bentleys and Beamers and Rolls Royces, and then we're dying broke. All right, guys, share this with 5 people that you know. Share this with 5 people that you know and hit the like button, right? And of course, if you guys are on YouTube, you can do the super chat, or if you're on TikTok, you can do the roses I think they got going on. So we got to understand this thing, friends. All right. And, being that I've started learning 10 years ago about financial literacy, 10 years ago, I started to understand investing. 10 years ago, I started to learn about business and how business works. Hey, Rose, how are you guys? Let me know you guys are coming in from. So today is Money Monday. So this is some motivation for you guys to start thinking about your money, to start building wealth, to start thinking about your wealth, to start thinking about how you're going to move forward. Because things are only getting worse, friends. Things are not getting better. All right. Things are getting worse. Yes, we want everything to get better. Yes, we want everything, to go our way. But guess what? Things are going to get worse, right? Before they get better. But guess what? In the worst times, we as individuals can get better, right? We as individuals can get better. Hey guys, let me know where you guys are coming in from. Share this with at least 5 people, the last 5 people that you text, or the last 5 people that you DM, whatever, put it on your Instagram, your Facebook. So we got to get better. And we are in the best of times, but we are also in the worst of times. Okay? We are in the best of times. Hey, Baltimore. We are in the best of times, friends. Listen to this. We're in the best of times, but we are also in the worst of times. Right? We're in the best of times because we have our cell phone that literally has everything that we want to learn, everything that we want to know. We can literally Google it or chat GPT it. Anything you want to know. You want to learn about plumbing. You want to learn about electrician. You want to learn about HVAC. You want to learn about project management. You want to learn about cybersecurity. You want to learn about computer science. Whatever you want to learn now, friends, guess what? We can learn it, and we can learn it for free. Coursera has so many courses. Allison.com has so many courses. Google has a whole list of courses that we can start to learn for free, right? But how many of us are actually taking advantage? I got my 16-year-old daughter. I said, you need to start taking some of these cyber security classes that they have on Allison.com for free. Free, right? See, they're free for now. Who knows in the future or in the next couple of years or next couple of months, they may be charging you $100, $200, $300, right? So we need to take advantage, friends, like literally take advantage of all the free knowledge that we're able to get now, which is going to help us to get ahead. I heard Gary Vee say that the next millionaires is going to be electricians and HVACs, right? Because guess what? All this new AI stuff, they need electricity, right? AI cannot perform on an AI robot, right? So you still need humans. So, they want to do the fear mongering and they want to tell people that, oh, AI is taking everybody's jobs, right? But here's the thing. AI is not going to take every single person's job. If you know how to operate these things, if you know how to operate ChatGPT, if you know how to operate certain things, then guess what, friends? You are a part of the people that's going to be getting ahead, right? Now, if you don't know, then unfortunately, you will be left behind. So that's why it's so key, okay? Is so key, friends, to start learning now, right? Even if you're retired, learn new things now, right? Learn something new now, because the way things are going, they're saying that nobody's going to be getting their food stamps next month. They're cutting off Section 8. Now, you know, there's a lot of people on Section 8. There's a ton of people on Section 8 and food stamps, all right? They will not be getting their food. Guess what? It's all by design. So you take away the needy, right? And Tupac said this, right? You take away the needy's food, right? Now you're going to have them scrambling for food, robbing for food, stealing for food, robbing more people, but they're building more jails. They're building more jails, right? They're building more jails. So more people's going to go to jail. The food prices are going to go up because the demand for food is going to go up. The rich gets richer, the poor gets poorer. The rich keeps getting richer, the poor keeps getting poorer. The wealth gap continues to grow, right? And if you're not putting yourself in position, how can you be a part of the wealth shift? How can you be a part of the new wealth, right? How can your family be a part of making money or getting some money? How can your family be a part of it, right? So those are the questions that I want you guys to ask, because the wealth gap is growing. But are you growing with the wealth gap, or are you dying in the wealth gap? Right? It's only two ways. It's either you going up in life or you going down in life. It's either you winning in life or you're losing in life. Only two things, right? So which side does your family deserve to be on, right? I know my family deserves to be on the winning side. So I put myself in position, right? Me and my husband are actually going to Africa because Africa has so many opportunities for land, for businesses, all kind of stuff to invest, in Africa. So me and my husband and my family, we're going there to see the opportunities, right? Not just to see the opportunities, but to see Africa. I've never been to Africa, right? So we want to be able to now put my family in position, right? We have stocks. If you guys are not investing in stocks, and here's a shocking statistic that I learned. They said 80% of black people don't own no stocks. 80%. That's a lot of black people that don't own stocks, friends. And every day we're shopping on Amazon. Every day we're shopping on Apple. Every day we're shopping at Walmart. Every day we're shopping online. And we don't own these companies that we're making millions and trillions and billions of dollars for? What? It's crazy. School didn't teach us that. School didn't teach us how to be in position financially, how to get ahead financially, right? No one talked about inflation, right? No one talked about how inflation goes up 3 to 5% a year. And if you don't get a raise on your job for 3 to 5%, you're losing 3 to 5% of your buying power every single year. Nobody taught us that, right? So now when things are going up and your paycheck ain't going up, you start feeling like you're choking. You start feeling like you down and out. I remember when I used to work, I used to be a social worker. I used to get paid $1,500 every 2 weeks. I felt like as soon as I got paid, I was broke. It was like, damn. So what the hell am I working for? I had negative $2 in my bank account, right? And that gave me so much anxiety. I just felt like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. I don't even want to go to work no more. What's the point in going to work and I'm not really truly getting no money? But it's all about financial literacy, right? You got to know, right? Again, friends, I always tell people, how do you start building wealth, right? How do you start to get yourself in position? How did I get properties, right? How did I start buying stocks? How do I own gold and silver, right? How do I start to, sell my brain cells intellectually, right? You got to have a savings account, all right? If you guys are not in my school app, it's called the School of Money and Wealth, SKOOL. Okay, the School of Money and Wealth. And I have a PDF that you guys can download, right? And it talks about savings, emergency fund, passive income, the exact blueprint, what we need to do to get started. All right. If 80% of black people don't own stock, that's a lot of people. So you need to save for the sake of having money. I want to always have money every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every year, every month. I need money every time. Right? I don't want to be those people that I got to wait for my paycheck to come so I can do something. No, that's demeaning. That doesn't make you feel good as a person. I don't want to wait for a paycheck just to make a move. No, I want to have money so I can make any kind of move that I want to make. Right? Hopefully you guys are agreeing with me. Right? I want to be able to have money whenever I want money or whenever I need money so I can make any kind of move that I want to make. I don't want to wait till I get a paycheck to make a move. No, right? And then you need an emergency fund, right? You need an emergency fund. Well, Rose, we need more parents like your parents, right? We need more parents like your parents. Unfortunately, too many parents are working 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 jobs just to put milk on the table, just to put bread on the table. It's sad, man. So you want to have a savings account. And again, this basic stuff we should have learned in school. You want to have a savings account where you save it, right? $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever, in a high yield savings account. Okay, you want to have a high yield savings account. It does not make money. It does not make sense to save money in a bank that's not bringing you any interest. If your bank account is not bringing you any interest, then get another bank account. There's plenty of banks you could choose from, right? If your money is not making you money and you have money in the bank, you're losing money, right? See, this is economics 101, right? We didn't learn that in school. Right? If you're not making money on your money, you're actually losing money on your money. So inside of my school app, I have another app, which is a banking app that has a high yield checking and a high yield savings account. A high yield checking and a high yield savings account. Okay. So you can get at least 4% a year. If you're not getting at least 4% a year on your money, then you're losing 4% a year on your money. Okay, so you want to have a savings account. You want to have an emergency fund, right? Nobody knew that the pandemic was going to come. Nobody knew that death was going to come. Nobody knew that, the plumber, the pipe was going to bust in the house. Nobody knew that my tire was going to bust out. No, we can't plan for emergencies, right? But if we have money, right, and our tire busts, now we can just take from our emergency fund. Right? If the pipe busts in the house, now we can just take from our emergency fund, right? People are stressed out because people do not plan. People are stressed out because people are not planning financially. See, it starts with us, friends. And I feel like if you're 45 and under, we're the last generation to get this right. Because the kids, 15, 16, 17, 18, 10-year-old, 25-year-olds, guess what? They want to be TikTok influencers. They want to be, famous. They want to be rappers. They want to be scammers. They don't want to go to college no more. They don't want to get jobs. They see their mothers working and working and working like a workhorse. They don't want to do that. These kids don't want to do that, right? So we, as the millennials, we have to start building our mindset for wealth so that we can transfer that to our children. My daughter, who's 24, going to be 24 next week, I started investing for her retirement when she was 16. Do you know, last week she came to me and said, "Mom, thank you for not being a bum." That part. She said, "Ma, thank you for not being a bum," because she's realizing now. She's waking up, right? She's getting older. She's maturing now. Now she's like, "Ma, thank you for not being a bum. Thank you for teaching me financial literacy. Thank you for teaching me about investing." Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah. This is how it works, right? So I'm doing it right? So my children can also see it. So I'm not just talking. I'm not on YouTube and TikTok talking, right? I'm actually living this in real life. My daughter's going to be 24. I started investing when she was 16. My 16-year-old now, because I have two daughters. One's going to be 24 and the other one is 16. My 16-year-old, I started investing for her when she was 10. My 24-year-old, I started investing when she was 16 for her retirement. Here's the thing about retirement. You're never too young to start saving or investing for retirement. You're never too young, right? So you got to put that in your head. You don't wait till you get a job to start saving and investing for retirement. And unfortunately, too many people right now have a 401k and they can't retire because their 401k lost too much money in the stock market this year alone. It's very sad, friends. It's so sad. And now they're raising the retirement age to 72. It used to be 65. Now it's 72. 72 years old. I don't want to work till I'm 72. Definitely ain't working somewhere where I don't want to be at. Right? So, but guys, we got to put ourselves in a position. Okay? So you want to have a savings account. You want to have an emergency fund. Okay? These are like basic stuff that we should know. Right? And you want to be able to budget, right? You can't just be spending, right? I tell you, we spend to infinity and we never think to invest, right? So we got to learn how to start budgeting, right? What's coming in and what's coming out, right? What's going out, right? What's coming in, what's going out, right? What's coming in, what's going out, what's coming in, what's going out, right? And then we got to police our money. We can't shop till we drop. No, I can't go to happy hour every week or every time we get paid to spend $200. No, I'm going to buy some stocks. If you shop on Amazon, buy Amazon stock, buy Walmart stock, buy Apple stock, buy Nvidia stock, buy the AI stock. Me and my husband made $12,000 this year already from one stock. That's just one stock, Nvidia, okay? One stock, we made over $12,000. How many people got to work hard for $12,000? All right. And we made it passively. Now I have a new stock called BTCI. So if you guys are interested in monthly income stocks or high paying dividend stock, it's called BTCI and it's for the treasury and Bitcoin. Okay. They're paying $1.30 per share. So if you got 100 shares, they're paying you $130 a month. Okay. Again, friends, we got to get into this. Okay. We got to get into positioning ourselves to win. I've been preaching this for a long time. So if you guys been following me, you know I've been saying, put yourself in position. Put yourself in position. The most money I made was in the pandemic when everybody was getting all the money, but there was a lot of people who wasn't in the position. Right? And I continue to put myself in position. I continue to put my children in position and my husband. Right? My husband wasn't thinking about stocks or none of that. I had to bring it to his attention. See, somebody got to be the one. Somebody got to be the leader. Somebody got to have the guts. Right? Somebody has to do it, friends. Let that somebody be you. If you never invested in stocks, start today. If you never started a business, start today. Right? Even if you don't become a millionaire in your lifetime, you're planting the seeds for your children, your grandchildren to become millionaires in their lifetime. And guess what? Just like my daughter appreciates that I've taught her financial literacy, and I've been investing for her retirement since she was 16. She appreciates that now. She's like, Ma, thank you for not being a bum. She literally said that to me. Ma, thank you for not being a bum. Ma, thank you for teaching me financial literacy. Thank you for showing me how to invest, Ma, because I got friends that they never even heard of investing. They asking me, why am I planning for retirement at 24? Why not? Why not? What, we gonna wait till we 50 to plan for retirement? No. Wealthy people plan for their children's retirement their children's college, their children's lifestyle, soon as they born. Soon as they come into the world, soon as they come out. They planning for their retirement. They're planning for their well-being. And they're planning well before, right? They even get pregnant, right? So again, friends, we have everything at our fingertips. We can win, right? If you think you can win, you got to put yourself in position to win. See, this is why I don't worry about like competition and, other people doing financial literacy, guys, because I'm in my lane. I've been making money online for 10 years. Now that I went offline with my book, I'm making money offline, selling my books to the schools and selling my trainings to the schools. I'm in my lane. I'm in my purpose. Guess what? And God is going to continue to bless me. He's going to continue to bless my family. And he's going to continue to make sure that me and my family stay in position. All right? So I want to help you guys continue or get yourself in position to win, friends. So you got to have a savings account. You got to have an emergency fund. You got to know how to budget. And you need passive income. Amazon can bring you passive income. Apple can bring you passive income. Investing in yourself, guys, can bring you passive income. So for the month of October, I've been running a sale for my training, which I teach how to be an Amazon affiliate, how to be an Amazon influencer, how to make money. If you guys don't have my book on Amazon, make sure you get it. It's a nice little 20, 30-minute read. You guys can literally read this and learn how to make money from shopping. I'm sure you guys got a cart full of stuff right now. I'm sure you guys were planning on shopping on Amazon this week. But is that paying you, right? I don't buy anything, right? If it can't pay me. I bought a pair of boots from Amazon the other day. The lady, she's like, "Oh, I love your boots." I said, "Well, I can send you my link to the boots so you can get some boots too, and I'll make a commission." Right? I have some bracelets. I just did a TikTok. I have some bracelets. I'm getting paid from TikTok also, right? So again, friends, I'm not here to convince nobody, right? My Amazon training, you can get the book on Amazon. You can get the training. It's $67, usually run for $300. You can get it for $67. It's a 10-step module, videos that showed you. Some people are good with videos. Some people are visual learners. Some people are not, right? So, again, friends, you're putting yourself in position to win. And then once you start making money from shopping, now you start buying the Amazon stock so the Amazon stock can pay you. The average person spends $10,000 on Amazon shopping every single year. How much of that money are you getting back? How much of that money are you getting back? Right? So this is what I'm saying when you're putting yourself in position. Because again, things are only going to get worse before they get better. Trump, he's making things worse. Right? So, but again, while he's making things worse, you could be getting better. But the time is now, friends. So it's your girl, Coach. I usually like to be on here maybe 15 minutes. We went over today. Thank you guys for coming on. I'm here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Okay, share this with at least 5 people you know. Join my school app, which is called the School of Money and Wealth, and start putting yourself